Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I also wanted to let you know that not only do I create content here on Class in the Glass, but I also stream content in my Twitch channel, Mr.Revan7. I play single-player games, multiplayer games, and I also do movie reviews and cartoon reviews as well. I also want to encourage you to check out my Patreon, Class in the Glass, where I offer audio commentaries, full reactions for movies, and also the ability to submit questions for my video casts and podcasts. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. We are now starting episode 11 of Gargoyles, Long Way to Morning. It's typical in Gargoyles fashion, chap. Things are not great, especially in the year 987 AD, chat. We're having a flashback sequence way back in the past, and we are introduced to Prince Malcolm, who is the current occupant and ruler of Castle Wyvern, chat, and he's talking to his daughter about all the shenanigans that are going around. Say, you got to get to sleep. Dad, I don't want to go to sleep. I want to go to the party. He's like, listen, if you don't go to sleep right now, the gargoyles will get you and they'll take you away and they'll feast on your bones and meat. She goes, ah! He's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just go to sleep. And then chat will walk into her goddamn room. A gargoyle, and it's Hudson. She goes, oh my God. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Go talk to Hudson. Hudson, you got something for me? He's like, yes, I have the location of the Grand Mage. And he's like, great. All right, see you in a bit, honey. He goes outside. And Hudson, he tells him straight. He's like, listen, can you not, say those things to the girl? You're scaring her. Us gargoyles would never harm a child, whether it be gargoyle or human. And Prince Malcolm's just like, you're too sensitive. Don't worry about it. It's like, that's going to come back to bite him in the fucking ass, chat, years later. There's already so many prejudices against gargoyles already during this time. And you fucking lying to the kid, he's like, that's not, he's not. He's not appreciating what the gargoyles have done for him, chat, and that's very, very mean what he did to good old Hudson. He's loyal to Prince Malcolm, trying to help him out, and he's saying all this shit to his daughter, just straight up fucking bald-faced lying. I don't approve of that. All right, Prince Malcolm, fuck him, chat, fuck him right up the ass. But now, Hudson does have something to say to him. He's like, listen, we believe that the Archmage will come back for revenge. Okay, my gargoyles are trying to track him down. He has stolen the fucking magic book. Remember the magic book in early episodes? And he has that book. It's going to be a big issue. And Prince Malcolm's like, if he comes, we'll defeat him like we always do, Hudson. He's like, I sure hope so, sir. And then, ba-boom, big explosion, chat. And it's the Archmage. It's just the Archmage. He doesn't have, like, a name or anything. He's like, Prince Malcolm, you fuck. You think you can exile me from this castle? I shall rule it, and I shall rule all of Scotland one day. Poison blade! And he throws a poison blade. He goes, fucking, lightning bolt. He goes, bah! And Hudson, he tries to dive in the way of the lightning bolt, chat, but it pierces Malcolm's chest, chat. Pierces his chest. And Archmage says, and you will die in 24 hours. Be gone! You will die by the morning sun. He leaves, chat, and he fucking teleports out of there. Hudson goes, shit! And he turns over to Prince Malcolm. He's got like a big, he's like, this isn't good. I got lightning bolted. He's like, oh no. And then the daughter comes over. He's like, leave him alone. You old mangy fuck. He's like, oh my God. Yo, you raising war on my father. Get how fucked up he is. And he's like, I don't understand what the fuck you're saying, kid. You're speaking like another language. I like Hudson too. Hudson is great. Hudson, chat, by the way, for those of you who might not know, is voiced by, what the hell is he voiced by, chat? Ed Asner, chat. Great voice actor, great actor, Ed Asner. And he's like, this is not good. This is not a good situation. What's happening here? But then, chat, we cut to modern day. It is 1,000 years in the future. And we see the gargoyles. They're on top of the clock tower above the police station. And the sun has set. And they burst out of their stone forms. And they're like, all right, who wants some breakfast? That's what Broadway wants. He wants to get some breakfast for Brooklyn, Lexington, and Bronx. They go inside, chat, but good old Goliath, he goes over to Hudson because he sees he's not really moving. He's just kind of staring off in the distance. He's like, hey, Hudson, what's wrong? He's like, nothing, lad, just bad dreams, just bad dreams. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Remember in the old times, the old days? He's like, I am, lad, I am. Let's go ahead and go inside and get some dinner with the other lads. He's like, sounds good. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to the home of Lisa Mazza, and she's just getting home, chat, after a long day's work. It's her day off. She needs to relax, okay? She's been doing a lot. And he's like, I'm going to go ahead and sleep and make myself a good old steak. This girl likes to eat. I like that, chat. Gonna have a good old steak and some potatoes. But oh no, ba-boom! Fucking Demona chat crashes through the fucking window. She's like, I know you, human bitch. You're trying to go after my purple man meat. Goliath, she goes, wait, what? And then poison dart, lightning bolt, throws a fucking poison dart at Elisa Mazachan, and boom, hits her right in the chest. And she says, now your boob is poison, and you have until sunrise or you will be dead. Tell Goliath to meet me at this location. I have the only antidote. And she flies off, chat. And fucking Elisa's like, no, my boob's poisoned. But it's okay, chat, because it didn't hit her chest at all. It hit her badge. Her badge blocked it. And so no poison entered into her body. But she goes and tells the Gargoyles. She says, yeah, fucking Demona attacked my apartment, attacked me. She said she poisoned me, but it hit thankfully my badge blocked it. And Goliath is like, if anything ever happens to you, I will burn down this entire city. And she goes, that is so fucking hot, but we can't do anything for like 65 more episodes. And he goes, I know. I know. So what else did she say? Well, she said to meet her here and for the antidote. And, fucking Hudson is like saying, well, might be wise, lad, to go after her. We can finally put a stop to Demona, and her attacking us all the time, and her and Xanatos and shit. We should definitely do that. And Goliath's like, I agree, Hudson, I agree. And Brooklyn, he's like, yeah, I want to go after her too. I have a bone to pick with Demona. Because as we all know, chat, Demona manipulated Brooklyn several episodes ago. But Goliath says, no, I need you to stay here, Brooklyn. And I want Broadway and Lexington and Bronx. You guard Eliza. Actually, Broadway and Lexington, you go ahead and guard Elisa. You stay with her at her apartment until morning. Make sure everything's okay. Hudson will go after Demona. Hudson's like, what? And then shall we cut back to the past? And the Prince Malcolm, he is not doing well. His new mage chat, this very young elf-looking mage, he says, yeah, you got like a day by the sun's rise. He was right, the former archmage. He says, yeah, you're going to be dead unless, he's like, what, is there a cure? He's like, there is a cure, but I need the fucking magic book that he has for possible cure. And he's like, shit, okay. What are we going to do? And Hudson goes like, hey, I will go and get your magic book. I'll go with my best gargoyles that I have, and we'll come back and we'll provide that to you, and we'll save you. And he says, oh, Hudson, or he doesn't call him Hudson because his name's not Hudson yet, but we're going to do it for the sake of, convenience, chat. Hudson, you're a grand friend. Thank you so much. And the little fucking girl is like, oi, I don't want you touching my dad. Yeah, wanker you. And he's like, I don't understand what this fucking street urchin's saying to me. I'll be back. And he goes outside, chat. Meanwhile, we cut to Goliath and Demona, and Demona's like, honey, you should be ruling this thing, okay? Hudson, he's fucking old. He's old school, all right? You're the goddamn new school. That's what we need. We need that hunk of purple man meat telling people what to do. And Goliath, he's very respectful, Chad. He's like, listen, Demona, thanks and all, but Hudson is our leader. He has kept us alive for centuries. He's a very good gargoyle. His age has given him infinite wisdom. I wish I could be half the gargoyle that Hudson is. She's like, nah, he's a bum. And then Hudson, he hears all this shit and he goes, enough talking now. We got to go after the Archmage and save Prince Malcolm. And Demona's like, Prince Malcolm. He's like, we got to go. And they fly off, chat. They're flying off. And Demona's still whispering in Goliath's ear. It's like, you should be the leader. He's like, no, don't do that, my beloved. And it's like, Goliath should have realized at that point, I think Demona's evil. He should have realized that. But when he saw those big old gargoyle bazungas and those thick gargoyle hips, chat, he was just bemused. He couldn't help himself. He's like, yeah, you might be evil, but Jesus Christ, wow, chat. And so they're flying off and things, and eventually we cut back, chat, to modern day. It goes back and forth. They're flying, and they find a cave. They find the entrance to the cave to where the fucking Grand Inquisitor lived, Archmage. And they're like, all right, let's go inside. But then, shall we cut to present day, and Goliath and Hudson, they land on the meeting spot, and they're like, where's Demona? And Hudson, he observes, like, there's some scratch marks. He's like, these scratch marks were only made minutes ago. And then, boom, Demona shows up, and she fucking just blasts Goliath. Like, Goliath's like, don't worry, Hudson, she would never hurt me. And she fucking has this laser gun, chat, and she just shoots him right in the fucking face. She goes, boom, and he just flies all the way back. And she's about to land the killing blow. But Hudson's like, hell no. He goes down there and he gets a sword and he starts sword fighting. And she's like, you're old and fat and you can't do shit. He's like, aye, lass, that may be true, but I got experience. And he fucking does some shenanigans shit. He takes Goliath and he goes down into like this warehouse. And, Demona, she goes down there and she's saying like a coward, like the old coward you are. Reveal yourself, Hudson. Do that. Give me Goliath, and I'll forgive you. All will be forgiven if you bow down to me. I am the future of the gargoyle race. We will rule this world. But Hudson, he won't have it. He's like, no. Not going to have that. She says, I can kill you instantly. I'll just fucking turn on rapid fire like from Judge Dredd 1995, the Sylvester Stallone sci-fi American action film, and you'll all be dead. And Hudson's like, we got to get moving, lad. And she starts doing the rapid fire chat, but he managed to sneak out with Goliath through a window, and he opened up a manhole cover, and he goes in the sewer system. Demona's like, you old fool, you won't be able to use your wings. You might as well be dead. And she hops in there. And Goliath, they're in the sewer systems chat. They're traveling to some unknown location. Goliath's just fucking leaving. He's like, I'll never do that, lad. We've been in a worse situation than this. Remember? We remember, Chad. We're back in 987 AD, and where they've entered the cavern. And Demona's still talking shit about Hudson behind his back, Chad. Still saying, you should be the leader. She's like, not now, my beloved. We must find the Archmage so we can save Prince Malcolm. She goes, whatever. And so he's like, be wary. We have not been here before. We never know what traps the Archmage might set. And eventually we see all these murals, chat, and I'm like, what are these murals? What do these images mean? And apparently it's of a great battle that occurred many centuries ago, chat, and it involved gargoyles. And they're like, shit, our brethren were killed here, or maybe humans killed them. But eventually, also Demona's saying, we should just fucking get out of here. But Hudson's saying, like, no, we got to fucking save Prince Malcolm. And then, Goliath's saying, yeah, and I'm going to follow Hudson no matter what. He's a great leader. And she just says outright, it's like, I don't know who's fucking worse, the fool or the fool that follows him. Or me, the person that follows both of you. It's like, wow, you're a piece of shit, Demona. Demona's crazy and evil. She absolutely is, sir, baby. No question about it. Anyway. So they come to the precipice, chat, and they see a fucking giant skull carving that's glowing, and Hudson goes, you know what, guys? I think the Archmage might be here. I don't know. That big, giant, glowing skull across this precipice kind of gives it away. And the Archmage, he teleports in. He's like, fools! I knew you would come here. I want you to come here so I may kill you. And once I kill you, I'll go back to that castle. I'll finish off Prince Malcolm and his little racist daughter, and I shall rule this castle eventually, all of Scotland. But fucking Hudson and Goliath, and I guess kind of Demona won't have it, Chad, and they attack him. But he's fighting lightning bolt. They're getting hit by lightning bolts, chap. At one point, a lightning bolt hits fucking Hudson in the face. Just hits him right there, Chad. He's taken out. And Goliath's like, Hudson, no! And he fucking flies over Chad. He starts pummeling the shit out of the Archmage. And now, Chad, again, the Archmage's a very feeble, emaciated old man. And so when he gets hit with a fucking punch, half his goddamn face just caves in. It's like, it's not good. Just go, boom. It's like, ah! And eventually, the book is knocked out of his hand, and it falls down this crevasse, but remember, chat, gargoyles can fly, and Goliath, he flies down there, or he can glide, I guess. He grabs the book, and he climbs back up, and the Archmage is like, give me that fucking book! And he goes for Goliath, and he trips over his old man feet, and he falls, he goes, ah! He falls in the crevasse, chat, and you actually hear his body hit the goddamn ground. If you watch, it's on Disney Plus, chat, Episode 11, Long Way to Morning, chat, you actually hear his body go splat in this episode. It was amazing. And so he's got the fucking book, and Demona, fucking, Goliath, my beloved, are you okay? He's like, I am fine. And they go back to Hudson, and he's like, my head. He's like, you did well, lad. But we noticed, Chet, he has the scar. He has the scar in his eye. That's how he got it, from that when the Archmage threw a fucking lightning bolt at his face. And then, Chet, we cut back to modern day. Demona's tracking Hudson and Goliath through the sewer system, and she comes upon them. She blasts them, but they jump out of the pipe. And they fall into the water below. And Hudson, he just fucking swims out. He got Goliath in one arm. He swims all the way to the edge of the water. Now they're at a graveyard, Chad. They're at a graveyard, and he's still carrying Goliath. And Goliath is like, there's just, you have to go back and tell the others what's happening. He's like, I will never abandon you, lad, okay? I would never do that. You saved my life years ago. I'm going to save yours. I have to. And they come to a mausoleum, and he's like, "Okay, I got to leave you here. You got to rest." He's like, "You can't defeat her." He's like, "I know, I can't defeat her, but I still gotta face her. I still have to fight her." So he leaves Goliath in the mausoleum. He goes out there and he's fucking looking around and shit. With his, he got his sword out and stuff. And then Demona, she's there. She's right above him. She tries to aim, but thankfully the reflection of his sword, he sees her and he dodges her. Chat. He might be an old gargoyle, Chat. He might be nearly 1,000 years old, but he's still fucking spry. He's an athletic son of a bitch, and he's using the power of parkour. And so he's jumping from fucking place to place, Chat, doing all these cool tricks, woo, and all that shit. And Demona's like, "Stay still." And eventually she just runs out of ammo. It's just too late. She just runs out of ammo. And then they get into a fucking sword fight. She's using her gun now as a fucking club at this point, Chad. She's like hitting him with the gun. He's blocking it with the sword. And she's like, "You can't defeat me. I'm young. I'm stronger. And I'm like hotter. I'm definitely hotter, as we all know." And he's like, that may be true. And then, but it's like, I have one thing you don't have. Meanwhile, Goliath climbs up and he grabs the gun so he doesn't bludgeon Hudson to death. And the thing is, he's like, last, that might all be true, but I can wait. She goes, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then, oh shit, Chad, he can wait. He outlasted her, Chat, with his stamina, because all of a sudden the sun comes up. She goes, "No!" And they all turn to stone. And then, Chad, we transition back to the past, where the fucking new archmage, or the new mage of Castle Wyvern, he gets the book. He comes up with a cure for Prince Malcolm, and Prince Malcolm is saved. Prince Malcolm, he says he thanks Hudson and the Gargoyles. He's like, "Oh, you are such a good friend, Hudson. Thank you to you and to your two fellow gargoyles. You are great friends to us." And the little girl's like, "Fuck you, Hudson." It's like, I can't win. I can't win with this girl. And he goes outside, and Demona's still like, "You should be the leader." And Goliath's like, "No, Hudson, he came up with the strategy today. The reason why we saved Prince Malcolm is because of what we followed his orders." And the thing is, though, Hudson comes out and she says, "Nah, she's right, lass. She's a fucking evil bitch, but she's right. My time has passed, and now you must be the leader of our clan." He's like, "I just don't know." He's like, "No, but I know, lad. I know. It'll take time to grow into the role, but I trust you and I believe in you, lad." And he's like, "You will be our leader." And he's like, "I will only be our leader if you will also serve by my side." He's like, and Hudson says, "That I can promise." And then, shall we transition back to present day? The sun is setting once again, and everyone, they all break out. And Demona's like, "It doesn't matter. I'm still going to fucking beat your face in." And Hudson just grabs the gun. He goes, "Nah, lass, that's not going to happen. Right, Goliath?" And Goliath just gets up. He's just fucking strutting. He's like, "Hell yeah." He's just like, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Demona?" She's like, "Shit. Well, by this time, your fucking sexy human lady will be dead. And so, and she fucking flies off and goes, "Gaga!" She has that weird scream. And Hudson says, "You know what? It's probably best that she thinks Lisa is dead." And Goliath goes, "Yeah, let's try to keep it a secret as much as possible." And, Goliath says, "I owe you so much, Hudson, for everything that you did today. You saved my life." He's like, I owed you. "You saved my life all those years ago." He's, "Well, thank you. Let's go ahead and fly back to the castle and tell them of our success. Let's do that." And they fly back, Chat, in the moonlight. And that, my friends, is Gargoyles Episode 11, Long Way to Morning. Great episode, in my opinion. I love the flashback sequence, learning more about Goliath's relationship with Hudson. It was good focus on Hudson this episode. He gets a lot of great episodes throughout the season, or especially in season 2. But no, I like this. This is solid. Also, provide more context between the relationship between Goliath and Hudson, why they're so close to each other. It's very much a father-son relationship. So I really dug it, Chat. Again, highly recommend checking out Gargoyles if you have not done so.